I feel so sorry for these people. I genuinely don't know how I'm going to sleep at night because there is a new syndrome for woke eco-protesters. It's called the Greta Syndrome. And Extinction Rebellion is now providing online, at least the taxpayers are paying for it, for goodness sake, online therapy for those who are so upset about climate change, the Greta Syndrome, that they just, they're just going to need some help.
I mean, you take one look at those protesters, they probably need therapy of some sort. Whether or not this is actually the right kind, I'm not sure. But how ridiculous, especially the amount of mayhem they've been causing recently. To turn around and act as if they're the real victims in all of this takes some brass neck, definitely.
What do you think, Matthew?
Well, I think there is...
Are you suffering from Greta Syndrome? Are you so worried about that Vanity Fair that is COP28 that you are suffering from Greta Syndrome?
No, I'm not suffering from Greta Syndrome myself, but actually there is a wider issue that people do find the climate crisis very stressful. But on Just Stop Oil, I think the people they should be paying counselling for are the people who didn't get to job interviews, who missed hospital appointments, the hard-working people that they stop in their completely pointless protests. It's a reasonable cause. It's not a reasonable way of protesting. So it's the victims that need the counselling.
Well, apparently that is the new thing. You heard it here first on talkTV. Oh, we can see them on our screen there, all the poor Tarquins and Jemimas suffering from Greta Syndrome there. I mean, I think you're right. The only thing about Just Stop Oil is they have lost the room. In fact, they've lost the whole country because people just go, look, this is a legitimate concern. People feel very differently about it. But, just don't stop me getting to job. You have that extraordinary thing where the police refused to move protesters and an ambulance was going to St Thomas's, a hospital in central London.
Round the corner from my house, and it's just, he can't move for tripping over them. And there's a brilliant, my person of the year, if we're going to do person of the year, is me. Is obviously after you, Sir Jake, is the Islington cyclist who when they were in somewhere in Islington, they were blocking the road, and he got off the cycle and shouted at them, "I'm an Islington Liberal lefty. I believe in climate change, and you're the cause of untold damage." I mean, which was sort of summed it up, doesn't it? Even if you're passionate about climate change, this is absolutely the way to turn people off.
I'm starting to think they're a front for the fossil fuel.
Totally,
that's the only rational explanation.
As someone who isn't an Islington lefty, I am actually pretty offended as well, generally by them. But actually, this damage to some of the greatest national treasures we have, works of art, statues, I just think is an affront to the British people. We have these wonderfur things in collections up and down the country, not just in London.
Absolutely.
You go and spray an artwork with orange paint to prove a point. 200-300-year-old piece of art. Why? What has the artwork ever done to you? It may be oil paint,